but this keeps me from hurting. So I just keep it on all the time. I don't. And at night, I put it right here on the side and just keep it there all night. And that helps. That this is the most precious thing in life. If anybody that is not able to have any pain relief, this is it right here.
Hey, Adelita, thanks so much for coming to spend time with me today, my dear.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing great today. How are you?
Oh, pretty good. Excited.
Awesome.
I'm
Well,
excited
I'm
about
excited.
everything.
I'm
Yeah.
excited to hear your story, girl. So can you start off by telling us a little bit about how you were feeling prior to coming to QHS?
Well, I had this bone cancer in 1980, and they removed 5 ribs. So that left a hole there. They were supposed to put plastic ribs, and they never did. So my head was like this, literally. And then wasn't an accident, and that made it worse. So now I have a plate in my neck and rods in my spine. So, and I was always in constant pain. So I was taking like 8 Advil at one time and Tylenol, and it's just horrible. I can't sleep on a straight bed. I haven't slept on a straight bed since I'm 26, and I'm 70 now. So I can't wait to sleep on a straight bed. I can't turn on my side and sleep. It has to be on my back. So it's and with this wonderful thing, my attachment now, I don't take any more pills. I don't take any pain pills at all. And I can tell the difference because when I take it off to take a shower, I can feel the pain. But once I get out of the shower and put it on, it goes away. So it's wonderful. I mean, this is piece of me now. So, and my son, he was in an accident, and that hit his head and everything, him and his girlfriend, and now he has a lot of problems too. But and he sits close to me, so he gets to take effect on it too on him. So we're a really close family. We sit together. But yeah, and I had I got my device on Friday the 13th. And like 6 days later, there was years when my husband was still alive. I used to cook breakfast for him all the time. And the grease splattered in my right eye, and it made it blurry. I couldn't see nothing out of it. And one day, on the 6th day, I was on the volunteer call, and all of a sudden I took my glasses off to wipe my mascara a little bit because it was burning. And all of a sudden I could see. I mean, it was still blurry, but I could see my left eye. And I kept going, I can see. I was so excited. And but I mean, that was the first thing. I never thought I was gonna ever get my eye back to where my left eye is. And I had 20 on one end, which was this one, and I think this was like 15. Well, now at least I can see. Now I can take off my glasses, and I can see you smile and everything. You're not really blurry. It's just like my left eye. So it's really, I still wear them to read, but I don't have to go, squinting or anything like that anymore. I can see at night now to drive. I couldn't before. I just still don't drive because, it's just, I'm at that age to where I don't want to go anywhere. But yeah, I mean, it was just wonderful to be able to see the same and not have to worry about going like this all the time. But it was great. And I have ringing in the ears. I've had them for about 6-7 years, and it got to the point of where constantly I could hear it constantly talking. I could hear it and everything. Now I can concentrate on something I'm doing and I don't hear it. I can be talking to you, I don't hear it. Unless I'm laying down and trying to go to sleep, then I can hear it. But it's not like before. So it's clearing up. It's wonderful. I can't. I tell everybody, this is my pain medicine. And But yeah, and this tooth right here, it was very loose. It was coming off. I was so scared today that I was going to be toothless. I smile all the time. I'm always laughing. I smile. I said, somebody be going like this. And now, because I push it up, and now it moves a little bit, but not much, but it stays up there. It don't move. It don't come down or anything. So it's helping that stay up there. It's when I chew on something, it hurts. Before it didn't hurt. Now it hurts because it's trying to stay up there, and when you move it, well, then when you're gonna have a toothache, it starts hurting. Well, that's what it feels now. But I don't have that. It doesn't come off or anything. I thought I was gonna end up being toothless by the time I got to the QR, but no,
That's
it's
amazing,
just wonderful.
Adelita. How soon
It's
after you got your device did you notice the pain was gone?
within, I guess it was within, because I was taking like 8 pills of the Tylenol with arthritis, because I have arthritis. I have osteoporosis, uh, arthritis, I guess you call it. And my spine is like a shoe. It's curved because I don't have no ribs there. And I
Mhm.
have pictures. I took the before. I don't know if you want to see them, but I have those. And I have a tumor, and I have that. And I took a picture of it. This is my back right here, right here.
Okay. Wow.
And there's a big hole right there, and see how it's curved.
Yeah.
Well, see, the tumor is right there, and it's attached to my spinal cord right
Mm,
there. That white stuff. Well,
okay.
it and I don't feel nothing. I think it's in the bone, I think, but the doctors are afraid to operate because of it's connected to the spinal cord. They
Mm,
don't even want to see me anymore. They wanted to tell me that they wanted to check to see how I was progressing, but I mean, I don't feel nothing anymore. But yeah, I don't see any any pain anywhere in my neck. Now if I take it off, I do feel it, but this keeps me from hurting, so I just keep it on all the time. I don't. And at night, I put it right here on the side and just keep it there all night, and that helps. And I think that's where it's helping my teeth, you know. So,
wow.
but I have real sensitive gums. My gums are receding, so I need a new set of teeth. But I just don't like to go to the dentist. I don't like to see doctors. And when I moved here, when I came here, of 2022 in May of 22, uh, I got dehydrated. I went to the ER, and they started putting, my mom had the same problem. So I knew I had it after her. But after 3 hours, they started coming in with some stuff and pumping it in through my IV. And I kept asking them, and they kept telling me, well, it's for your dehydration. So I never thought anything about it. And then they came in and they had done an MRI on my neck and on this tumor. And the doctor that night that was on call, he came in and he said, well, I have some bad news. I said, bad news. And my daughter-in-law had gone to take my granddaughter to breakfast. And he said, well, there's nothing we can do because your cancer has got all over the cavity of your chest and on the lungs. And we don't know how long you have. I said, I'm dying. He said, well, we just don't know. You'll have to go to Denver. And I said, well, I don't know anybody in Denver. And I didn't know who to call. So I called my sister in Texas. So I scared them half to death. And then, but they kept pumping me with this stuff. And I thought it was just for the dehydration. They were messing with my heart. There was nothing wrong with my heart. And now I got AFib. They
Oh,
started, when I came home, I came with 8 pills, heart pills. And when I started wearing this, gradually I started going off of it on my own. And now I'm down to one. I don't take any other pill. I'm down to one. I'm so happy because I don't like to take pills. But yeah, he told me I was dying and there's nothing they could do. So they decided to take me upstairs. And then the next morning at 4 o'clock in the morning, they came in. The doctor came in and he said, "Well, how are you doing?" I said, "Well, I need to know how much longer do I have to live?" I said, "I have to make things right with my family, do my stuff that I have to do." He said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Well, the doctor last night told me I was dying." He says, "No, ma'am, that tumor's right still the same place it's ever been. It's never moved or anything. I was not even dying. It was not even cancerous." They
Wow.
lied to me. So they were just pumping me. They were messing with my heart. I think they were experimenting with my heart. They're pumping me with all kinds of stuff. So that made me have my heart go, my pulse was going up over 150 all the time.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah.
Scary.
So they told me that I would have to go home if I did. Well, they weren't going to let me go. And I started coughing. Well, I didn't go in with a cough. I know that. And they said, "Well, you're coughing." I said, "Oh, well, it's not from, I don't have a cold." He says, "Well, we need to test you for COVID." I said, "No, I don't think so. I'm not going to take it." Well, they had to hold me down to put that stupid thing up in my nose. I'm sorry, that Q-tip up my nose. And I think she just went out the door in about before not even 2 minutes. She came back in and said, "Well, you have COVID." I said, "It didn't take you very long to find out." I said, "I don't have it. I don't have the flu." I call it the flu because it's not COVID. And she told all my family to leave. They couldn't come back. So I was in there, but I gave them heck. I mean, I would not, even there was a girl there that was pregnant. And I kept telling her, I said, "Did you put the vaccine on?" And she said, "Yeah, we have to." I said, I just wished you wouldn't have because it's not a good. And finally, after me complaining a lot and everything, because I could still taste, I could still eat. I ate everything in the world. But they said I had COVID. So they sent me like with 8 pills, heart pills, and told me I had AFib. And now I have short of breath all the time. And my lung, when I started coughing and everything, uh, I kept taking medication. I kept going to the doctor, and they said, "Well, I don't know what you have." So they sent me to a lung doctor. And come to find out, the radiation they gave me in 1980 for my bone cancer that burned the tip on the bottom of my right lung. So it would open, but it wouldn't close. So now that affected with all those heart pills and all they were doing, it affected my lungs. So when I went up there. My son had a hockey game, a tournament to go to. And that day I started coughing and coughing and I started spitting out blood. So for 5 minutes straight, that blood was just coming out. So I told my son, I said, "You know what? I don't want to go to Casper. I had already, they're trying to kill me over here." I said, "No, I'd just rather go here." So I went to the doctor over there, and the lung doctor said that it was burned with that radiation, and there was no way that radiation could go away from my system. So I still have that in my system. And he said, "And part of your lung is not opening, that you're going to have problem breathing." So that's why the hard time breathing. I walk and stuff, but I get real tired,
Mm.
but I don't feel, I feel fine. I don't feel 70. I don't feel like I'm 70. So, but anyways, I stopped bleeding and they kind of, I think the vessels in the lungs were bursting or whatever you call it. And they finally burned them off and they stayed. So I came home and I haven't had any problems since. It's just, once in a while I started coughing again, but I don't think, they called me and I said they needed to talk to me because there was something else they found in the lung. I tried calling to make appointment, do it over the phone, because it's like a 4-hour drive from here to Denver, and they never did. They have never called me back. That's like over a month ago now. It's
Well, I
just
guess it
like
wasn't an emergency because you have the
it,
QTWave. So
yeah. So I mean, I tell everybody about it, and it's just nobody believes me, but they will. And I got my son and his girlfriend and her dad. Her dad is pretty bad. He can't hardly walk. His spine, he has ruptured his spine, so he has a hard time. So I got him on there and signed him up on the urgent list because he does need to go. He's pretty bad off. And I just like to help people. I mean, I see him and I said, and I, it's just, wonderful how it helped me. I know it can help everybody else. So it's just matter. And I have faith for everybody. Anybody don't believe me? I said, it's okay. When I got into the LWS, the Loved One Society, um, I had signed up for that long time ago, but I guess got away from it. And then I came back one day, I saw in my email this beautiful dove come up. And I said, oh my gosh, it seems like I remember that. And when I went in, I did. So I've been going through all them videos. And then I found out that the QHS was there. I said, oh my gosh, there'd be something that like, so I listened to everything. I went through the videos and everything. And so I decided I get one for myself. And I did. And it's the best thing I've ever done. It's the
That's
best
awesome.
thing. And I just, it's wonderful.
And the second best thing is coming because you get to go through the Q arc and have a do-over. So
I
instead
know.
of 70, you can have a 30-year-old body and that's
Well,
healthy, vibrant. What are you gonna do with that, girl?
well, I kept looking at all my, when I got out of the hospital here, I had all my skin. I mean, I weighed 140 because I can't weigh over 140 because of my rods. I went down to 118 by the time I got out of the hospital. And my skin was so loose, everything was so loose. And I took pictures of that. So I have all that, the before. And now that I've gone to do exercise, and I can't do a lot of the exercise because of my rods, and I have to stay limber. So 7 days a week I'm faithful in doing my stretches. So I do a lot of stretches in the morning before I put on my makeup. And it just I got it all, but still the loose skin is still there. But I weigh 135 right now. So I want to weigh that because if I eat a lot, I can just can't lose those 5 pounds back down. So it's kind of and it's helped me. I think because of the lung, my legs started to swell up. And now, because my kids, they used to tell me when they were little that I had chicken legs, and it's because my ankles on my legs or on my feet, they're real skinny. I I I think they can just. I said, Mom, we can just break the ankles off. I said, no, you're not going to. So, but yeah, now with the swelling, it's all gone down because I'm trying to help it with the rubbing and the exercises and everything. It's gone down, but still my right leg, my right ankle is still it's still swollen. It's bigger than my left one. So I know it's still, and I think it's from the lung, but
I would highly recommend watching the replay of WOW number 3 or 2 that Dr. Gloria did about lymph. I'll send it to you, okay?
oh, okay.
Because our page isn't ready on the website yet, but it will talk to you about lymph, and that could be one of the causes, but there's a couple tweaks that you can do that will help that lymph. But I want to get back to the question, what are you going to do with a healthy 30-year-old body, yet wisdom and knowledge to apply to it?
Well, I'm going to help everybody else. I mean, I think this is why I'm here. This is my second chest after I've had so many tumors taken out. I had on my right breast, I had a tumor the size of an avocado taken out. And now on that same spot, another one is coming out. So with this radiation, I'm never going to get rid of the tumors. I'm always going to have them. So this tumor from my neck, I think that's from the same thing. And but now that I know that they tell me that it's not, none of those are going to be cancerous, that it's just tumors. I'm just, until I get to that QR, then I'm happy, and I want to help everybody. I want to be able to support the QHS with with everything they're doing, and do the programs with Loved One Society, because I think this is something that I think I'm here. They gave me a second chance. I just want to help everybody.
Aw.
But
I always said, I hear what you're saying, because I always felt that God saved me through my reckless youth for a purpose. And I've been saying that since I was very young, because I was a young rebel. And I feel like that's the same for you. And I read this book once. It says that we all have a hedge of thorns, rather, a hedge of thorns that are protecting us
yeah,
for until we've completed our mission,
what,
and that nothing will hurt or harm us. So that's probably
yes.
the story right
And
there.
I believe that because I don't know how many times I've gone to a dance, come home, drinking a little bit, having a nice, good time, but coming home driving 20 miles and then trying to fall asleep. And there's been just, really close where I can turn over, but I don't. It's because, and then I see my mom and dad used to have friends in Mexico, and I used to see this women sitting on by they're homeless, and they get raped and have these babies, and they just want you to take them. And I always thought when I was younger that if I ever was able to, that I was going to help people like that. I felt so bad for them, and it's something that I have to do.
And you will.
So
And so it is.
yeah, I have faith. I have faith in myself and faith for everybody. And I know I can do it. And I will. That's what I'm going to do. But the first thing that I am going to do, I'm going to go buy me a straight bed because I sleep on a lounge chair you put out of the pool. That's my bed. So I want to get a straight bed and just lay on there on my side because I can't sleep on my side. This is as far as I can go with my neck. I can go like this, but I can't sleep. I can't stay on my side. So it's on my back. I've been sleeping since I was 26. But that would be the first thing I would want to do is buy me a straight bed and just lay on it for a whole day. And then uh, help people. That's my main goal. Is I always have this thing that says, I am presence. I have the power to see my dreams and my goals come to fruition, and they will. And I know they will. I have faith in myself.
And I have faith in you too, beautiful girl. What would you
So
like to say in closing, my friend?
I want to tell everybody that it's wonderful. This machine here that I have all locked up in here, that this is the most precious thing in life. If anybody that is not able to have any pain relief, this is it right here. This will fix anything. If it fixed my eye that I couldn't see nothing out of it, and my teeth that is staying right up there and I can move it and won't move, it's a lifesaver right here. That's my baby right there. Yeah, it's me. So, but yeah, I just want everybody to know that if they just try, just have faith in themselves, just know that once you decide what you want to do, keep at it. Get your goals written down. Do, if you say you're going to do something, do it. Don't just, it doesn't take much to write down on paper. I have so much paper on, I got like 4 notebooks that I write, and all of them are full. But I do that because I know that I'm in my mind, if I keep repeating myself, it will come true. You just have to have faith in yourself and dream big. That's all I can say. Yeah.
I love
So
that. Dream big dreams, because small dreams have no magic.
no magic. No.
All right, will you come back and do part 2 post Q arc?
Oh yes. I even took out a picture when I was 32, and I I look much younger. I didn't wear much makeup then. Now I have to. I had a lot of freckles. My dad used to say that the flies used to land on me and poop, and they just stuck on
Oh,
there and I couldn't get them off. But a lot of those freckles are already almost gone. And I mean, it's just, I have a picture here. I took it before, so I want to know what I look. And I had my makeup tattooed on, so if you see me without makeup, that's what it is. But this is my neck. That's as straight as I can get it right there.
Oh, wow.
And right here, I don't hardly have any freckles at all. They're almost gone. And I had a mask right in here, and 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 this is my back. I kind of, I do it before so I can know when
Yeah, I see that. Wow, that's intense.
yeah. And of course I have the rest, but I have a lot of love handles, real thick love handles that I want to get rid of. My tummy, I have tummy hanging out. So it's just, I can't wait to go in there and get everything just back where it's supposed to be. I
Yeah.
always tell I used to tell my husband, I says, I need a wheelbarrow because I need to carry this jugs around. It's too heavy. And he used to laugh at me, say, you're a crazy woman. I said, I know, but if you're not laughing at it, you don't have any fun. I always like to laugh. I always like to joke.
Yeah,
So he was always joking. We were always joking around. So
that's like us. I love joking around, and making fun of yourself is the best way to do it because then you're not hurting anybody else.
they always tell me, they said, well, uh, how come you don't look 70? I said, if you get in front of the mirror and start making funny faces, ugly faces, you're stretching all your your face. You don't have that many wrinkles. So that's what I do every morning. I'll start looking in the mirror and start making faces at myself. So yeah, yeah.
There's a thing called facial
I
yoga. That's a real thing. It's called
yeah,
facial
yeah.
yoga. So
I'm
I've
always going. Yeah, I'm always going. I'm always making funny faces. I don't show anybody, but
well, now you did.
it's
Too late.
but yeah, it don't really matter. Everybody, they used to, because I have a long nose. I've got some Indian blood. And because the kids, they tell the truth. They used to call me the Wicked Witch of the West. I said, I'm not the Wicked Witch of the West. I'm the Good Witch of the North. I, I do good things. I don't do bad things. And they
Oh,
start laughing. But yeah, and I have this mole on my nose. So they always said I was the Wicked West. I was the Wicked Witch of the West. I said, I'm not wicked. I'm good. I'm a good nurse. Witch. I'm not no bad witch.
that's a beauty
But
mark.
yeah,
Tell 'em. That's my beauty
yeah,
mark.
yeah. I
Uh,
got a lot of them. Let me tell you.
well,
I
my
always thought they
dear,
were good luck.
thank you so much for coming and spending time with me today. You are an absolute delight, Alita, and I'm just so happy to know you.
Well, I'm glad we came on. I thought, the last time we had canceled, I thought for sure everything has started. I said, oh my God, we're gonna get started. But but
Soon.
anyway, I was so excited, but I'm still excited. I can't wait.
Yeah, me too,
I
baby.
can't wait to help everybody. It's just me. I have confidence in myself. So
Yep, and you should. That's where it all begins, is what we want to create with ourselves. We can step into
exactly,
that
exactly.
greatness. So
Yes.
I can see you
Yeah.
have.
Oh
Wonderful.
yeah.
Thank you so much. Have a super day.
Well,
Okay,
thank you
beautiful
for
girl.
for inviting me. I had so much fun. I'm so
Aw,
excited.
thanks.
So.
I'll see you next time.
Uh,
Thank you for making this QHS project fly. This valorous admin team, thank you. The Key community welcomes you. Thank you for making your home QHS healthy and happy. Thank you for helping us place QH centers all around the world. Together, hand in hand, we make miracles happen. QuantumHealingSystems.org. Thank you.